if you can somehow harness that and take that home with you and have that same wonderment with your hometown, like I think that'd be incredible. That'd be very special.
And we are the dreamers of dreams.
Living life, spinning like a merry-go-round. Traveling all around the world, you know we get around. Good vibes only. You know it's the one and only Justin Bravo. Yeah, that's my number one homie. Subscribe. Come on.
Okay guys, we made it back. We are back in the States, where I guess I am. Chris is too. Chris made it back, but Chris is on a different flight. He went out to Los Angeles, and he lives in San Francisco, so he's back that direction. I'm currently in Dallas, Texas, but I'm back in the States, back from Cuba, and I'll tell you, it was an amazing time, and if you have an opportunity to go down to Cuba and check it out, I highly recommend you do. I want to talk about a couple things that I saw and I did down there, and it really was a fantastic trip, and I got a lot of interaction with the Cuban people, and I think it was really, really cool, and I really enjoyed all those interactions. I'll tell you this, that if you're going to go down to Cuba, one of the there's a dozen reasons why that you have to abide by if you're going to go to Cuba to fall in line with the U.S. rules. And one of the big ones is support for the Cuban people. And this requires you to spend some time with Cuban people. I mean, you can't just be at the beaches, and I know I showed a lot of that stuff, but you really want to engage, interact, and see how they're living their lives. And a lot of the cool things that's happening down there right now is a lot of them are allowed to start opening these small businesses. So while in the past 90% of the employment was from the state, maybe 95%, it's starting to get like 75, 80% is from the state. So we're getting a lot more private sector growth happening down there. It's super cool because all these small gift shops and souvenir shops and cigar shops, like all these things are opening up, and all these citizens are having all these like ways that they can make money. And on top of that, they're doing stuff like bed and breakfasts and hostels, and they rent out rooms. And so that's where we stayed, was in a room, and they just rent out a room in their home, and it was pretty cool because I got to spend time with people living there. And then, you know, and Chris is so much better than I am. A lot of times, you know, I get wrapped up in the video and I'm trying to capture the scene in the moment, but Chris loves talking to people, and he'll just make conversations just so easily. So he would engage with people all the time, and we would just spend hours talking with people, and it was just really kind of cool to see that it's changing. Things are changing down there. It's still a struggle. The average Cuban citizen's still only making like $15 to $20 a month, so their income is really, really low. Plus they get some food stipends, but with a little bit of private sector growth happening, like I think, you know, things are maybe changing around. I mean, it'll be interesting seeing what it's going to be like. I'd love to go back, you know, 5-10 years down the line and see what's going on there. But if you choose to go down there, at least from Texas, it's a fairly cheap airfare. Like you can get down there for really not a whole lot. I recommend going over to Hostel World. You can find rooms for rent on there, and then you can rent directly from someone from a Cuban family, and that's pretty cool. So you can check all the things. But we really had a dope time. We had a good time, just seeing all the things, really experiencing a whole new country. I think a lot of times when you're at home, you know, you get really kind of used to seeing the same things over and over, so it becomes very mundane, becomes very ordinary, and you don't look at things with that same wonderment. And then when you travel and you see new things, all of a sudden, like, it's exciting all of a sudden to see how other people are living, how other cultures are functioning, how it's different cities, just exploring them. And then if you can somehow harness that and take that home with you and have that same wonderment with your hometown, like I think that'd be incredible. That'd be very special. So anyway, go gang, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm exhausted because we got up at 5 a.m. The taxi, he came back when we met last night on the way out of Old Havana, and he gave us a ride to the airport. Chris begged him. He tried to get him to let him drive the car. It was not going to happen. The guy said, no, if they find me driving, find you driving my car, I'll get in trouble, I'll get arrested. So Chris could not get that done. He could not make that deal. But Chris tried. He really tried hard. He wanted to drive that 52 Dodge. Did not happen. But yeah, I'm exhausted. So I'm in Dallas now. I'm going to head home. Can't wait to see the family, see my kids. It's gonna be really exciting to see everybody. I haven't traveled in a while, so being gone for this few days, like I'm not used to it. So anyway, gonna go home, and tomorrow I'm gonna start editing these videos, getting them out, and by the time you watch this, I'll be back on the grind. I'll be back on putting out the e-skate stuff, putting out some keto stuff, put all the things, and I'm really excited about it. So go gang, until the next upload, you're gonna see, we're gonna get right after it, and I'm really pumped about it. Go gang, until that time, be great. But still gonna be rocking that Cuban hat.